Khloe Kardashian has gone completely topless while posing in a pair of skin-tight jeans for a Good American ad. The Good American co-founder posted the eye-catching clothing brand advertisement on Snapchat. In the photos, Khloe, 39, ditched her shirt while modeling a pair of the apparel company's tight-fitting denim jeans and suede, high-heeled boots. The Hulu star covered her bare chest with her outstretched hand in one snapshot and with both her arms in the other. The form-fitting denim showed off the reality star's famous curves as she stood against a stark white backdrop for the nearly nude photos. Khloe wore her hair slicked back into a tight bun and sported nude color tones for her made-up, photoshoot look. Kourtney Kardashian's ex-partner Scott Disick, 40, was recently slammed for making a seemingly inappropriate comment to Khloe. Kris Jenner, 67, confirmed in the most recent episode of The Kardashians that Scott has a crush on the youngest Kardashian sister. The three reality stars were speaking about finding Scott a new girlfriend after he admitted to having no luck in love. Scott admitted that he was lonely all the time. Kris then asks, "Scott, do you go anywhere to meet anybody?" Scott jokingly replied, "Strip clubs." Unimpressed, Kris tried to get Scott to open up about what he looks for in a potential love interest. "If you had the opportunity to meet the perfect girl, what does that look like on paper?" asked Kris. Scott then looked over at Khloe with a smirk and said, "I don't know, how tall are you?" while pointing in her direction. Khloe then looked away and said coyly, "This guy," as Scott laughed loudly. The scene then cut to Kris in a confessional saying, "I think Scott probably does have a crush on Khloe." She continued, "Listen, I have a crush on Khloe. Everyone has a crush on Khloe. The cameramen all have a crush on Khloe." Kris then concluded the segment, "If we could just find somebody close to Khloe." Critics react. Social media users took to Reddit to comment on the episode. "Scott's comment is so inappropriate," said the first user. Another startled fan wrote, "Y'all should have seen my face behind the screen. Genuinely shocked." One fan thought the comment was to impress Kris. Scott would say anything to stay in that family's good graces. "He's no dummy, that chump hasn't worked a day in his life and doesn't plan on it." However, one fan thought Scott had good intentions. Unpopular opinion. "I don't think Scott wants to get with Khloe. I think Scott feels sorry for everything Khloe has been through and he hypes her up to boost her confidence and boost his in return." Scott is Khloe's hype man, on camera, and nothing else behind doors. "I also think both Khloe and Scott are the most witty who have the best chemistry, which is why the show puts them together often." They concluded, "I don't think they even see each other when they are not filming." Again, Scott? This criticism followed Scott getting dragged for other sexual comments made towards Khloe after he made an awkward joke on the October 12 episode of The Kardashians. Khloe went with Scott to the doctor to get his MRI results back due to major back pain after the star was in a terrifying car accident. While speaking with the physical therapist, Scott revealed that his accident changed his life and he isn't able to do things like he used to and revealed he gained weight. While he laid on his stomach so the physical therapist could take a look at his back, he asked him what he liked to do for fun before his accident. "Sex, but now I can't move so, I am terrible," Scott said bluntly. "So, isn't that motivation to fix your back?" Khloe asks. "Get back on the wagon to F*K. No motion for me, so that's motivation," Scott replied. "You are actually deteriorating before our eyes and I am not gonna let this happen," the Keeping Up with the Kardashians alum said. After their session ended and the two were walking out of the office, Scott said, "You could probably meet some guys here, Khloe." Later in the show, the pair stood in the parking garage. Scott said, "My 40th birthday maybe, me and you." Me and you what? Khloe asks. Scott laughed, seemingly implying his back would be better by his birthday, so he wanted to have sex with Khloe on his 40th birthday. Khloe awkwardly laughed and said that Scott must have bumped his head. Critics took to a social media forum to share their thoughts. This is disgusting and wrong, one critic cringed. So inappropriate, ew, a second said. A third wrote, what a weird thing to say, he is still gross, said a fourth.